What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tiger T. I'm Tyler, and today gonna be doing a tier list. Gonna be doing all the Pokemon in Generation One, also including some other stuff as well. Pokemon, however, this list does include the different forms of each one. So we're not just doing vanilla Generation One. We're also doing like if a Generation One Pokemon has a Gigantamax, we'll do that. If we're gonna do if they have a Mega or a different Alolan or whatever. So at the base, it's all gonna be Pokemon that originated in Gen One. So yeah, a lot of stuff to go through here. We got a slightly different one this time where it's actual words: awesome, good, average, bad, awful. So that could be fun. And yeah, let's burn through it. So basically, what I'm going to be basing these on are their design, right? I'm going to rank them on how much I like their design, not necessarily their move set or their characteristics, personality in the anime or whatever. So it's going to be more so design, like how I like their look. And again, let's see what's going on here. So, all right, okay. Oh, okay, I'm ready, man. Let's. Okay, so all right, Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is fine, average, whatever. It's a green thing with a sprout. Ivysaur. Ivysaur's a little better, I guess, but better, like good enough to get to another tier. Not really. Ivysaur, kind of same deal where it's like, is it better than to go on a better tier? I think it is actually. I like the crazy flower on the top, and it's more of like a beast, more of like a tank. Um, and then we have this guy who's just more of that. he's just he's just he's just a he's just bigger and with a flower. I'm gonna go back with average. It's like whatever, it's fine. Charmander I think goes up to good. I'm just more of a fan of like the lizard dinosaur type thing. Fire's cool, you know. Um, and then Charmeleon, a little bit darker, which is kind of cool. More of an edge. Um, I think I'll throw this on. Mm, 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 I think I'll keep that with good. I think that's good there. Um, I mean, Charizard's awesome, right? Charizard's just a dinosaur. Got the cool wings, got the angular face, got the still got the tail, the fire tail. Awesome, right? Come on, you can't beat that. Gigantamax Charizard. Honestly, I'm still digging it. I like the color shift. A lot more like purple and pinks in there. That's really cool. Fire on the wings is dope. Fire on the horns, the mustache thing. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. Um, let's see, Mega Charizard. That's his X, right? This is the X one. Honestly, the blue's doing it for me, man. Honestly, this is awesome. That changes to blue and black. That's dope. The fire at the mouth, dude. The like spiky wings. Come on, man. Um, Mega Evolution Y Charizard. Now this one for me, I don't know. There's just something about it that just is like a step down. I don't know what it is. It just feels like a step down. Like too many points, too many sharp edges. I don't know. There's just something about it's a step down for me. So, yeah. Let's see, Squirtle. Squirtle's pretty good, honestly. Um, hmm, hmm, hmm. Squirtle. Honestly, I like Squirtle's. Uh, mm, this is tough, guys. Because Squirtle, so it's at least good. But I think Squirtle's design is just so simple. Like, I think out of all the starters, it works the most. it's either, I think I might have to keep it on good, even though I think it's the best starter. Like, it's best looking. Um, War Turtle for me, I still really like War Turtle. I know people have issues when it comes to like the second evolution with starters. You know, they say they just get really edgy for no reason. I still really like. I like the more of like the wave type thing on the tail. Um, I think I'm gonna keep it in A or A. I'm in good. I still think the design is really good. I still think. Blastoise, big turtle, cannons. Honestly, I think it's pretty awesome because again, it's a tank. Like you can just look at it and see it's powerful. Um, but it still stays true to the line. It doesn't get crazy, you know. Um, this thing, I think they ruin it with the face, honestly. With with Mega Blastoise, the big cannon is cool because it's like that's power, you know. That's like a tank, right? But I don't know. I still think there's something about it that's a step down. So I'm gonna go with that. Caterpie. I mean, I think I might change these because I don't like. I think I might change these to just like the classic SABD because okay, I'm gonna change them real quick and I'm gonna tell you why I'm changing them. Okay, so I just changed them to the classic SABCD. First off, I want to say my rankings so far still apply. Like I'm not changing anything where it's like, oh well, actually Charmander's S tier or whatever. No, everything I've ranked so far, it still agrees with the SABCD. The only reason I changed it is because I'm putting Caterpie in C, and I didn't want to say that's bad because C was bad. I don't think it's a bad design. I just there's nothing about it that I really like. You know, it's not D tier. It's not one that I look at. I'm just like, ugh. But it is one where I'm just like, it's just a Pokemon. Like there's really, it's whatever. You know, like the whole thing with like the horn thing in the front. That's cool, I guess. But I don't know. Whatever. This is D. This is D for me. It's like, who cares? Who cares, dude? Who cares about this? Who cares about Metapod? Butterfree. Butterfree's cool. Um, it's probably a step up from Caterpie, I think. I just think it looks nicer, you know, like the shapes and the wings and the colors and yeah, I think it's better. What is this, Mega Caterpie? Uh, it's doing too much. It's doing too much, dude. It's not as good as Caterpie. It's doing too much. Weedle. I've always hated the way Weedle looked, honestly. It's just like, what is this? Like it being brown and like the pink. Like I just don't like that. Like that color choice and the horns is like, what's going on? Kakuna, honestly, Kakuna's a better Metapod. You know, like I like the angles. I like how like sinister the eyes look. You know, Beedrill. Beedrill's pretty good. Beedrill's a pretty good design because of how like stupid it is. It's at least a B for me. It might be A tier, honestly, just because of how dumb it is. And it's just like it's a giant bee with lance. You know what I mean? Like it might be A tier for me. Um, Again, a lot of times with the megas they do too much, or even the Gigantamax. I think it's a step down. Honestly, it's still pretty sinister looking, but I think it's a step down. I think it's a step down. Pidgey. I mean, Pidgey's on the same as C. It's just like it's just a bird. Like I mean, it's cool looking, I guess, but like B tier for me is like there's something about it that makes me go, oh, I like this. Where C tier is like, yeah, there's stuff that's cool about it, but you know. Now Pidgeotto, better version of Pidgey, right? Pidgeot, better the best version. You know, that's literally how it goes for me. Just gets cooler. I assume that's Mega Pidgeot. Honestly, kind of digging it. Like how voluptuous the wings are and like the hair going crazy. I'm kind of digging this. It's I think it's on the same tier though. I don't know that I love it where I'm like, oh dude, that design. Oh, but do I? I might actually love it. I like it. You know what? I'm giving that to you. Rattata. I mean, it's just a rat, dude. You know. But Alolan Rattata though got a mustache. Alolan Rattata has a mustache, and it's black, right? Got the like shadow vibe going on. Honestly, step up, step up. It deserves a full step up. Raticate, kind of same for me. C tier. It's still, but Mega Raticate. I don't like the cheeks. The cheeks freak me out. C tier. Spearow. God, I hated Spearows when I had to face them in the game. Spearow same tier as Pidgey for me. Fearow though, step up because it's more like a dinosaur type thing. Fear's a step up for me. Um, you'll you'll notice that a lot of the way I'm doing this tier list is I start on the first Pokemon in the evolution line, and then if the next Pokemon is better or worse, that's what ranks it. It's not really anyway. Ekans. Ekans is just a snake, you know? Like there's nothing special about it, you know what I mean? Like at least Butterfree, even though there's nothing special about Butterfree, I still look at it and I'm like, oh, it's still kind of pleasant to look at. Ekans for me is just this weird, like, smooth worm, you know? Arbok, though. Arbok is S tier. Come on, dude. Like, Cobra's the coolest snake in terms of design. And it's got the face on it, dude. Come on. Come on. Pikachu? Okay. We're going by design. I can't go through the history and it being a mascot and all that stuff. Design wise, it's probably A tier. You know, I think it's on the same level as like a Charmander or a Squirtle. Yeah. Giganta Max. Honestly, step down. It's just a big Pikachu. Step down. Raichu. Oh, Raichu might be a step up. With the color swap and then the lightning tail. I mean, this is a lightning tail too, but this is like a sharp lightning. Raichu, is Raichu a step up? Is it a full step up? This is tough, guys. It's either like high A tier or it's a complete step up. I think it's a high A tier. Yeah, I think it's high A tier. Alolan, him surfing on it, the more smooth features. I think a step down, honestly. I still like it. Again, anything like the B tier up is stuff I still like. I still enjoy that design. Usually like C and like where C is like just kind of like indifferent towards almost, and then D is like nah. Sandshrew. I've never liked the way Sandshrew looks. I mean, I understand why he looks that way. I've never liked it though. Honestly, D tier. Not a fan. Alolan Sandshrew though, the more igloo approach. Okay. I think that's a step up. I think. Is it 2 steps up though? I think it's 2 steps up. Yeah. I think it's 2 steps. I like the whole igloo thing going on. Sandslash, I think it's right in the middle. I think Sandslash looks a lot better than Sandshrew does, but I don't think it has that more like uniqueness that Alolan Sandshrew has. Alolan Sandslash, it's the same. It's fine. More like indifferent. It's like it's cool. It's fine. Whereas like Alolan Sandshrew, there's actually something that I do like genuinely enjoy about the design. Nidorina, I never really liked it. Same. But Nidoqueen is more of like B tier for me, where it's like, okay, now we're getting to some powerful, you know. Um, Kind of same thing with the other two male versions, and then Nidoking, same thing, where it's like there's some power here. There's nothing crazy about the design that's like over the top in love, but you can look at that and be like, I don't want to mess with that. Um, this is Clefairy or Clefable. I don't remember the two differences. Um, um, I mean, it's kind of cute, I guess, but nah, I never really enjoyed those. Those are D. Vulpix. Whew. Vulpix is like Vulpix on the same level, A tier definitely. It's very cute design. Foxes are cool looking animals. We got the tails. I think the color is perfect. Alolan Vulpix, same thing, man. It's still good. It's still good. You didn't ruin it. Ninetales, S tier. Come on, dude. This thing right here is something out of like a fairy tale. You know, it's like an ancient spirit that's gonna give you wisdom or gonna strike you down. Alolan Ninetales again. You didn't ruin it. You didn't ruin it. What's this thing called again? Jigglypuff. I mean, it's just a circle. you know, it's just a circle. I don't really like it. The bunny though, them going into the more bunny route, I think brings it up to me being like, okay. Let's see here. I don't know why I'm scrolling down so much. We got Zubat. I never really liked the feet on Zubat. Like, I never really understood why they had it like that. I mean, it is a bat, I guess. It's D tier for me. I'm not really a fan. The color scheme is cool, but Golbat probably is like a step up, where it's like, okay, this thing looks like a nuisance. This thing looks kind of creepy and scary. So that's where it goes up for me. Oddish, D tier. Just a circle with leaves. Gloom though, Gloom is a step up because this thing looks disgusting. Honestly, might be 2 tiers up, where it's like, oof, this thing is good. But this thing, I don't know the name of this thing. Vileplume, maybe, I don't know. Step down, honestly. It's still better than Oddish, but it's just like a flower hat, whatever. Paris, never liked Paris. It feels like there's too much going on with Paris's design. Although this thing, 2 steps up. Like, it's dead eyes, like the parasite's finally taken over, and it's like the big mushroom and the claws. Like, yeah, this works. This works for me. Venonat, I think, right? And this is Venomoth, Venonat. A lot going on, but I do like the colors. The eyes are kind of cool. The antennas are a nice touch. Probably C for me. Venomoth is D. It's just like it looks too pale. Diglett. Diglett's kind of neat. I'll put it in C. I'll give it that much respect. Alolan, it just has a tuft. I don't think it made it better or worse. It being a little darker and having the red, I think, maybe like kind of better. So yeah, I think that's kind of where I stand with it, where it's like they more like saturated it, which I think brings it up, but the hair thing brings it down. So it's a net 0. Doug Trio is kind of the same, honestly. It doesn't make it better or worse that there's more. The hair, I think I hate it. I think I hate it. Meowth is probably a B for me. I'm a fan. Cats are cool. It's got the coin thing I think is cool. So yeah, nothing really that I love, but I think it's good. It's good. Alolan, and I might be wrong in this too. I know Alolan has forms, but I think other other generations have forms as well. I'm just gonna keep saying Alolan because that's the only one that I know. So we have another form of Meowth here, more sass, I think. I don't think it brings it up to A though with the sass. Gigantamax Meowth. I kind of like that it's just long Meowth. Like I kind of dig it. Yeah, long Meowth. Why not? Why not? It's A tier. This thing is just a freak. This thing is just like Taz the Tasmanian Devil. Honestly, kind of a step up. Kind of a step up, I think. The black coin is cool. I like it. Persian, it's just a cat. I don't really think that the design is worthwhile, like any more than Meowth is. You know, it's smoother, but I feel like it lost something almost. This one is just like a little man. Look at his face. He's just a little man. Honestly, nah. I was gonna say step down, but I kind of dig it. You know, I kind of like that it's creepier. You know, Psyduck. I think Psyduck belongs in B tier. I like it. It's simple, but I think there's like enough emotion and personality there that it's at least B for me. Yeah. Golduck. I've always liked Golduck. Like I've always liked when I got a Psyduck and evolved it into Golduck. I'm gonna go A. I like the blue. I like how it's kind of sharp and a little more meaner and like a little more in control of itself. You know. Mankey. Never been a huge fan of Mankey. Kind of on the same tier as some of these Pokemon here, I think. Whereas I think Primeape is a step up. Whereas like, okay, this guy looks formidable. Where it's like Mankey is just kind of like, just like a little sneak. Whereas Primeape is like, all right, I don't want to mess with this guy. I mean, Growlithe and Arcanine, I gotta go S tier. Not only because the channel is called Tiger T, and not just because I love tigers in real life, but also because it's a good design, man. Like it's simple, but there's enough fluff there that it's like, yeah, it works. It works. Both work. I also just realized that this tier, I said it includes a lot of forms and stuff. It doesn't include like the Legends form, because I know in the new Legends game, there was different versions of Pokemon there too. It doesn't include those, I guess, but whatever. Poliwag is fine. I think it's on a C tier, where it's like it's not terrible. It's not one that I look at and I'm like, I don't like this, but nothing special going on. Poliwhirl, honestly, probably a step up. I like that it's more of like more of a character. You know what I mean? I dig that part of it. Poliwrath freaks me out. It's probably a step back down, where it's like, I don't like it. I don't want to meet this character in real life. Then not because it has like fists and like it looks like it wants to punch me a lot more than Poliwhirl does. It just looks like I'd be uncomfortable. Might want to I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna make this a little smaller. And at the end, I'll kind of make it big so that we have one final reveal of it all, but just to kind of fit everything in without having to scroll down and cut stuff off. Abra's cool. Abra's probably B tier for me. I don't know. It's just too smooth. I don't know. Kadabra's a step up, I think. I think there's a lot more going on, and I think there's a little too much going on for me to put it in S tier. But I mean, it looks like a psychic master. You know what I mean? And then Alakazam's S tier. Alakazam basically takes the Kadabra form and is like, okay, let's just get rid of all the stuff that's unnecessary about this design and just like polish it up, you know? Also, 2 spoons. 2 spoons, mathematically, better than 1 spoon. Although, when you get to Mega, I feel like more spoons does not make it a better design. It probably jumps back down to A tier for me, where now, see, now we have the problem with Kadabra, too much going on. Again, I like it because it does look more like a like seasoned like master of like whatever whatever practice, but a little too much going on. Machamp or Machop, always hated Machop's design. I never liked it. Why does he have a tail? Hate it. Machamp though, or Machoke, is it Machoke the Machamp? Machoke though, love it, love it. Probably A tier for me, where I'm like, oh, it's just like a dinosaur human that has a belt and he's got big arms, you know. Machamp, honestly, probably S tier for me. Probably S tier. No. Oh, I'm fighting it now. I'm fighting it. Nah, it stays at A tier. It stays at A tier for me. Oh, that was close. That was really close. But no, it probably stays at A tier. More arms make it cooler. I think it honestly kind of loses something now that it doesn't have the like red lines on its forearms, you know? Because the red lines on the forearms make it look like it's like bursting with power. Like it's so powerful and so strong that its body almost can't handle it. You know, so it kind of loses something a little bit there for me. Mega Machamp though, step down for me. It's just like, it's cool, you know. It's not like a C or a D, but like, who cares, you know? Bellsprout, I think it's Bellsprout, right? Then I don't know the other names. This thing, probably a C tier. You know, I feel like it gives me the same energy that like a Doug or a Diglett does. This thing though, step down. It's weird. I don't like the mouth. Creeps me out. But then I think it becoming bigger and like also being one of those plants that like traps flies. Not a Venus flytrap, but it's the other one that has the leaf and it opens and then it closes and then there's like the acid stuff that makes it slip into the acid. I think it's a step back up for me, so that's good. Oh man, how far are we? Okay, we're probably about halfway or so. Whoops. Oh my god. Oh my god, everyone, don't look. Oof. Okay. So that was a problem. Is it gonna save my progress, do you think? Oh, it did. Okay. Also, you all just saw the music I was listening to. Just a random thing. Did it stop playing? It did. Okay. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. What I meant to do was that. Okay. So, we're back on track. Leave all that in. Tentacool. Probably a C tier for me. Kind of gives me that C tier energy where it's like, it's cool, but like there's nothing about it that makes me be like, oh, I like this. Whereas Tentacruel, step up, where it's like the more tentacles, the crazy claw things, you know, how angry it looks. Yeah, that's cool. Geodude, never liked Geodude's design. It's just a rock with arms. I don't care. They gave it hair and eyebrows. Didn't make it better. Graveler, same thing. It's just a bunch of rocks mashed together. I don't care. Same thing with this form. You didn't make it better by giving it eyebrows. Golem though, Golem's a step up, I think. Golem, honestly, 2 steps up. Where it's like, yeah, it's just a big rock. It's got like the head poking out of it. I like it. But then they gave it like a alien blaster or something. Step down, dude. Step down. You ruined the design. Ponyta, Ponyta I think is A tier, man. It's a pony with fire. You can't ruin the design like that, you know? Alolan Ponyta, same thing, man. You made it mystical and magical, and it works. It works. Rapidash, same thing. Same thing. Not better or worse, but the trajectory, you kept it, you know? Then you made that one mystical and magical. Didn't ruin it. Didn't ruin it. Awesome. Slowpoke. Slowpoke's fine, I guess. I don't dislike the design. Yeah, C tier. This honestly though, step up. Just for the humor alone, where it's like, it's a shell that's biting its tail, and it evolved because of that. And then this I think is a step down though. That's weird. It just like became armor. I don't like that. Magneton or whatever. I mean, it's cool that they kind of strayed away from animals as well. Like they didn't just keep it to all animal stuff. That's kind of cool, I guess. Kind of gives me the C vibes though. And then putting 3 together didn't really make it better. Again, very similar to Diglett, I think. It's cool, it's like the magnets and like they're sentient or whatever, but it's fine. It's fine. Farfetch'd, I think, is a B for me. I like it. I don't love it, but I do like that it's like a duck with like a Luke, I think is what it's called. It's like it like fights with it and stuff. It's cool. It's cool, man. And this thing, I think it stays par for the course. I don't think it's necessarily a step up, but it's cool if it gets bigger and it's like, it's like a little darker. The Dodrio. Dodrio is probably a C for me. It's just kind of like a Roadrunner type thing. It's fine. And then Dodrio, I think is a step up. You know, usually when people when Pokemon just kind of add stuff, sometimes that ruins it. But I think this really kind of like completes the design. It's like, okay, they have little eyebrow things. They have like a nice tail. I think this like fully realizes what Doduo wanted to be. I think there's a Seal and then Spheal, I think, how that works. This is like a I don't really like it, honestly. D. And then it evolves and it gets smoother. Little horn thing. Honestly, I think it's a step up. I think that brings it a step up for me. Muck. Muck is probably a C. You know, I do kind of like that it's like a sludge thing that's sentient and it's a little scary, so I'll give it C. I don't like the colors though. I think the colors ruined it. Are we gonna zoom out again? Oh my god, I did it again. I'm such an idiot. Don't subscribe to my channel. An idiot. I apologize for making this so small, everyone, but I'm trying not to have stuff cut off. But it's okay, guys. I'll make everything bigger when we, when we finish and we can have like a full thing. So first, this is Muck, right? And this is like Grimer or something. What are they called? Honestly, kind of a step up. Kind of a step up for me because, honestly, just like the shape of the mouth and the eyes kind of make it better for me, I think. See the coloring though, it brings it a step down. It's a step down. Honestly, 2 steps down. I don't like it. I don't like what all the colors. I get what they were going for, like the like oil spill type thing, but not a fan. Whatever this thing is called, nah, that's stupid. Cloyster though, also a D. I don't like it. It's whack. Ghastly gives me B vibes, where I like it. It's a ghost thing. It's kind of an orb of darkness and smoke. The eyes really make it. Yeah, I'm digging it. Haunter, step up. Step up for me. Haunter's A tier design, how sharp it is, the detached hands, awesome. And then Gengar, Gengar is just a little rascal. You know what I mean? Gengar might be S tier for me. He's just a little rascal. You know what I mean? The red eyes is cool. You know, he's like a full form. You can feel him like walking around, but also flying into stuff. Like, yeah, that's there for me. Gigantamax Haunter, 2 steps down. 2 steps down for me. It's just a big mouth. Like, what? Although, this is a Alolan, maybe? Or Mega? Maybe Mega. Honestly, I still like it. I like it. I like the little jewel thing. I like the redness coming out the top. I like it. It's there. Onyx. Onyx being a rock snake. Kind of A tier. Kind of giving me A tier vibes. Where I'm like, it's a rock snake. It looks powerful. It looks like just like a thing that exists in the world. The little like dorsal fin thing is kind of scary. So yeah, I'm there. Freaking Drowsy, man. Drowsy's, or is this Drowsy? I don't know. Whatever these two things are, I don't like them. I don't like them. They're just like weird things. I don't like them. Krabby. Crab is giving me real B tier energy. You know, it is just a crab, you know, but I think the way they went about designing it with like the big like mouth thing and then the 2 claws, it works. It works for me. And then even Kingler is kind of on the same thing where it's like, it works, you know? It's just a crab. There's nothing super special about it, but the mix of the claws and like the jaw, I think there's something to be said there. And then, is this Mega? Mega Krabby? No. Voltorb and Electrode. I mean, they are just Pokeballs. I think this is B tier. Because I still do like the eyes, which are pretty much the whole Pokemon, but like the fact that it's angry, there's something to that. But then I think it goes down with the next one, where it's just like, oh, they just made it kind of like a snarky face, you know? It's like, ooh, you know, I'm not a fan. Okay, so I'm not zooming out anymore, so we're just gonna zoom back into 100 so that everyone can see everything very well. And we're just going to slowly kind of scroll. That way, if you guys want to look back at it right now, it's a good time for that. And then we're just going to scroll. So I'm sorry if you don't like the scrolling back and forth, but I can't make it any smaller because it's just going to look awful. So it was a good idea for the time being, but there's too many Pokemon. There's too many Pokemon to go through. So we have Execute. It's just eggs, man. I mean, I like there's different personalities, so I think that maybe bumps it up to a C for me. Executor though, step down. I don't like the whole palm tree thing. I never really liked it. It being tall though, I think is a step up because it's funny. You know, it just being like a really long neck is really funny to me. Cubone. Cubone's giving me real B tier energy vibes. You know, I like kind of how cute but also menacing it looks, and then it has the bone as a weapon. It's got the skull thing, and we're not even talking about the whole story with like it's the mother skull or whatever. And then Marowak is a step up. Marowak is an A tier for me. Marowak's A tier most definitely. Just how it like solidified over the face. And it just feels like it has more of composure over the bone and stuff. Yeah. Oof. And then Alolan Marowak. We're bringing all the way up to honestly S tier. It just made it better, dude. Like the little design on the face, it matches the color of the skin now. And then it's got like fire, like blue-green fire on it, dude. Come on. Let's see, we got Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. Um, they're giving me real B tier energy. You know, they're cool. There's not enough, there's not enough like little quirks about either design for me to really love it. They're just like super simple, super basic, but they both work for what they're going for. Licky Tongue, not a fan. Not a fan. Honestly, probably D tier. Then creeps me out. Coughing and wheezing. Coughing probably C tier. Which is like, huh. But then wheezing, I think with it, like the fangs, the two things, I think it's a step up where it is more like creepy and more like, okay, I gotcha. Alolan. Alolan, I think, is a step down. I'm not really a big fan. It's still kind of neat though, like the top hat being like the emission, and then like the facial hair. I guess it's still kind of neat, but step down. Rhyhorn and Rhydon, I think. Probably C tier for me. I think both of them are kind of pretty C tier, where they're like, yeah, they just kind of exist, you know. Chansey's B tier, and I think solely for the reason that it just gives off like healer doctor vibes, So I think it executes on what it was trying to execute on. Tangela, I mean, I do kind of look that it's, I do kind of like that it's giving me like cute energy. It's just kind of like a thing that exists in the world. So we're going to go C, I think. Yeah. Kangaskhan. I never really liked Kangaskhan's design. I mean, it's fine. Again, I understand what it's going for, but like, there's nothing about it that makes me say, oh, I like this, And then the Mega, I think, is worse. So honestly, no, they're both D. Horsey and Horse King. Horsey's probably a C for me, just because like, it's a horse, it's a seahorse, neat. And then Horse King or Sea King or no Horse King, right? Is it Horse King? I don't know. I think it's a step up. I think it's a little more battle ready. Got like the more of the texture on the body, and then like the little wing, little fin things are pretty neat. So yeah, I'll give it B. Digging it. Let's see. What is this thing? This thing is Sea King, and this is Goldeen, I think, right? Goldeen is just a fish with a horn. You know what I mean? Honestly, probably C tier energy for me, because I still think that even though it is just a fish, I think the fish looks kind of neat. Sea King, same energy. Starmie and Staryu, I think. It's giving me real B tier energy. It is kind of cool because it's more of like a star with a jewel and it has no face, so it's kind of just like alive. I think same energy. Even though it's more of a star, I don't think it makes it better to another tier. Mr. Mime, I think, is also B. It would be higher, but it creeps me out, just like a clown mime thing. And then we got another guy over here. Same energy. It's just color swap. Scyther, though. Scyther's pretty sweet. Scyther might be A tier for me. He just looks like a dangerous guy. Honestly, same energy as Beedrill. He's giving me the same sort of like angry bug vibes. Jinx, I mean, it's weird. Like, I don't really like it. I mean, there's also the history of like it being super racist, which isn't good. D for racism. You know what I mean? Come on, Pokemon, do better. Electabuzz. Electabuzz is always pretty cool. I think I'll give it B tier. He looks like a fighter. A lot of lightning energy. but it can't be higher because it's doing too much. I think doing a little bit too much for me. Magmar, never really been a fan of Magmar's design. I will give it C though because the fire is cool. You know, I think that other than its like the neck up brings it down for me, but the neck below keeps it from being a D, I think. So the fiery design is neat. Yeah. This thing's C energy too. Like at the very least, the horn thing at the top is kind of cool. But other than that, nothing really redeemable. And then this thing kind of same thing. Like more horny, more horny and wings, but like whatever. Tauros is a solid design. Tauros is probably B tier. Nah, you know what? I'll give it A tier. Honestly, again, it's one of those designs that are very simple, but it's all it needs to be. And it works. Powerful, it's like a bull. We got it. Magikarp. Honestly, for as weak as the Pokemon is, like I get it, but the design works, man. It's simple. Like this fish design works way more than this fish design. It just does. Gyarados is A tier or S tier. I mean, it's a dragon serpent thing. It works. There's not too much going on. We do have a little bit of finnage happening. The mouth is scary. It works, man. It works. And then honestly, I kind of like the over design of the Mega Evolution, but it is a slight step down. It's a slight step down for me. Still looks super powerful. Giving me more of a fish vibe than the dragon vibe, but a little over designed, just a little bit. Lapras, look at how charming Lapras is. Lapras is A tier for me. Again, it's one that's simple, but it is one of those things that's like, sort of like a Loch Ness Monster type thing. Mix of like the Loch Ness Monster, what we perceive it to be, mixed with like a sea turtle action. And it works. It works for me. Gigantamax Lapras, step down. It's doing too much. I don't like it. Ditto. For what they're going for, honestly, I think I gotta give Ditto B. Because, like, it's not a lot to look at, but because of what it is, it being, like, melding into other Pokemon, it's, like, what else did you expect, Eevee's A tier. I mean, again, it's A tier for a lot of the same reasons that Vulpix is A tier, where it's, like, it's cute, it's simple, it works. Mega Eevee though, doing a little too much, where it's like, or honestly, not enough. They just made the puff bigger. That's pretty much all it is. So it's like, cool, I guess. Vaporeon. Honestly, all the evolutions I think are also going to be A tier for me. Because I don't think they're marginally better designs than just flat out Eevee is. But they're definitely not worse. Like they're 100% not worse. So I think these are all A tier where they all work, again, they're simple. Yeah. Porygon. Porygon is fine. I'll at the very least give it that it is kind of different. It is more of like computer generated type backstory to why it looks, it's all like polygonal. You know what I mean? It works enough that it's not like I hate it. I think both of these, Omi Star and Omi Stite or whatever, C tier. I don't hate them, but because they do have more like a paleontological vibe, because that's literally what they are. I do kind of like the shell, because that's a shell design that we've seen a million times that have been like fossilized, and we got the shells and whatever. So they're good enough to not be like I hate them. Kabuto and Kabutops I think are better designs though. I like them more. This whole bug thing with the red eyes is creepy, and it's, it kind of gives like more prehistoric vibes where it's like, oh no, what is that? And then I think Kabutop, I think Kabutop, I think that's what it is. I don't know. It is better, not enough better to be A tier, but it's now like its own, again, more like prehistoric thing where it's like, oh no, this thing, it's got the head and the scythes, and oh no, what's going on here? So yeah, I like that. Aerodactyl. Where did I put Fearow? It's kind of giving me Fearow vibes. I'll put it in B. Okay, yeah, it's giving me the same Fearow vibes. It's kind of a mix of Fearow and Kabutop, so it's kind of what I like. It's just kind of a dinosaur dragon thing. It's neat. There's nothing like overwhelmingly impressive about it, but it's cool still. Mega or Alolan or whatever. Step down. You just added spikes to it. It doesn't make it cool. Snorlax. It's gonna be at least an A tier for me, and I think that's where it sits. I think it sits in A tier. It's not an S tier. It's not like I love it, but I do like that it's just like this big guy. He's just a guy, and he sleeps and he eats, and it's perfect, Mega Snorlax, we like built a city on him or something. This is one of the few Gigantamaxes that I don't think make it worse. I think it's kind of still on par for what it wants to be. It kind of fell asleep, and there's like something like stuff is like overgrowth. You know what I mean? Giving me very heavy Totoro vibes. Articuno's A tier, I think. I'm a big fan of the like Ice Phoenix. Yeah, again, it doesn't do too much, Zapdos. Honestly, I think all these are probably A tier. All the birds, all the legendary birds. Yeah, like I don't think they do too much to like make them over designed. But yeah, I think A tier. Yeah. Because all like the lightning bird, and then we got the phoenix, the true phoenix. I think they're all pretty cool. Honestly, very similar reasons to why I think Vaporeon, Flameon, and Electron, I don't remember their names, are on A tier. Dratini's neat. I'll give it B tier. So this little water serpent thing. Dragonair, honestly, step up. It just looks more majestic, with like the jewel and like the ear things are a little more, more majestic. I'll give this A tier. Dragonite is S tier, and I know that a lot of people don't like Dragonite's design because I think it looks too like cartoony, but for me that's kind of what I like about it, is that they knew they wanted to make another like dragon in the same generation, but they couldn't make it like Charizard, because Charizard is already like more of a stereotypical fire breathing dragon that we all know and love. So they were like, what if we just make it cartoony, but like it is a pseudo legendary, so it is like ideally it is a more powerful dragon than Charizard is, but it looks kind of doofy. I don't know, I just love that about it. Mewtwo is S tier. I mean, it just makes it look super scary, and it does look like a psychic alien dictator. Like it works. The color design is perfect. The lumpy fingers, the tail, the angular head, like it all works. X Mewtwo though, not a fan. I'm probably gonna put this. I'll probably stick it in B because I don't want to disrespect Mewtwo too hard, but it's just like, I don't know, you just made it into like a Power Ranger villain. Like, I don't know. The Y form though, I'm a fan of. So I'll probably put that in A tier, where It's still not as good as just the OG Mewtwo design, but I do still think this keeps with like the alien thing in a very different way, where it more smoothed it out, and kind of made it more like more psychic almost. And then Mew. I don't think I like Mew's design as much as like Mewtwo's design, so I think I'm gonna put it in A tier. I think that's kind of where it sits, where it is still a really good design, kind of this little cute thing that kind of is on par of something like Eevee or Pikachu. Yeah, yeah. Again, gives like mystic psychic energy as well. And that is it. That is it. So I'm just kind of give you here's the D tier, the ones where I just kind of actively don't like. I'm like, there's nothing really about any of these designs that are redeeming to me. Then you got the C tier, which is like, these are fine. Like I don't actively dislike any of these designs, but there's nothing really about them that I love either. So that's C tier. B tier is more of like the ones I'm like, okay, these are good. I like these. A tier is like, I very much like these, where these are like actively like, yes, there is. We're like, for the most part, A tier is like, I love all these designs basically, and then S tier is just, I love them, but there's that extra something about them that makes them special in my mind. And yeah, that's basically it. Honestly, pretty full in each tier. Like there wasn't one tier that was super like more used than any others. You know what I mean? Like we have a lot in the middle here with B and then C even, and then yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, that is the tier list. That is Pokemon Generation 1, but then it also includes all the different types of forms for the Gen 1 Pokemon as well. So we got the Mega, Alolan, Giganta Max, that sort of thing. So yeah, that was a lot of fun trying to pit them against each other, I guess. But yeah, that was good. Let me know. Let me know how wrong I am with my placement of different Pokemon. Let me know what other tier list you think you'd want me to do. And yeah, until next time, make sure to watch more cartoons.